Are shotguns ruling the Crucible? So I've heard a lot of people discussing this topic, and my overall consensus on this thought is yes, I think they are, but I don't think it's necessarily the weapon's fault. Overall, I think shotguns are balanced in terms of the range you should be able to hit people at. I think the fault is in some class abilities being too strong. For example, Juggernaut and Thunderstrike and others being too weak. Like throwing knives, I don't think throwing knives should even be a melee ability just because of how inconsistent they are. Destiny is a very fast game, and the fact that you give the fastest class in Destiny a shield that strong in front of them as they sprint towards you is kind of ridiculous. Or a class like Warlock that has phenomenal melee range in neutral game at base and even better melee that reaches as far as it currently does at least is also pretty questionable to me. Do these things necessarily need to be nerfed? Maybe a little, but maybe not at all. The other fix for all this is primaries, excluding possibly hand cannons that already have a decent to good time to kill, at least overall. The issue is you have one-shot secondaries in an extremely fast-paced game in terms of player movement, also with relatively low time to kill primaries. So do you buff primaries alone, then go back to year 1 primary time to kill where you have two-shot thorns and last words mapping you, or do you nerf secondaries and just make them useless? I think it's a mix of both class balance and primary weapon balance rather than like shotgun / sniper balance alone. A big game mode I want to talk about that kind of involves this is Rumble. I play a lot of Rumble, and I generally snipe and roll because that's what I enjoy doing. The issue is that fundamentally, due to the nature of the game and the speed of the game, I can have a fantastic game sniping. I can maybe only die once or twice or even not at all, but someone using a shotgun can have a good game as well, or an above average one at least, will beat me out nearly every time, not because they're necessarily better, even though they might be, because they can just kill faster because of their secondary that they choose. Now, my issue is not with sniper rifle time to kill. Snipers obviously have their set niche in terms of more passive or longer range engagement, at least, the whole idea of them, than shotguns, and that's fine. My issue is that the difference in playstyle should not be punished by secondary weapon choice, if that makes sense. If I choose to use a sniper rifle in Rumble, then my primary should still be able to compete with the speed that a shotgun can kill with, or at least close to it. It doesn't have to be exactly as fast because the shotgun is still, at least in Halo terminology, a power weapon, or so is a sniper rifle, but primary should still be able to compete at that speed at least relatively well. And in talking about threes, in terms of 3v3 game modes like skirmish, the distance between sniper, shotgun, and primary time to kill is not nearly as noticeable due to the factor of teamwork and the game types being much more team positioning and strategy based as opposed to just running in and slaying everything in sight. Threes, in my opinion, is one of the few places you can still have true success sniping, but not with more than one sniper on a team, at least in the sweaty and / competitive community. I know my thoughts for fixes on this or partial fixes might sound like a regression back to year 1 time to kill in a way, but it's kind of a strange thing to fix because there's so many problems at the core of the way things are in terms of class abilities, secondary time to kill, and primary time to kill altogether. It's just kind of strange, like the place we're in the Crucible right now, because some things are super strong, some things are just terrible. I think sniper rifles really only needed the flinch nerf that they got recently. I don't think they really needed any of the other nerfs. I think the other nerfs were pretty useless. I think the flinch nerf was the only kind of necessary one, but now the aggressive sniping style, at least how it was, is kind of going away. Now it's more of a position shoot reposition, which is kind of the way you're supposed to use a sniper rifle, at least traditionally. But it's just kind of weird. It kind of takes away from the speed that Destiny once had a long time ago, and I kind of miss it. I don't miss the OP-ness of 2-tap Thorn. I just miss the primary gun battles and the secondary gun battles being as close as they were before, and if that could be a thing again, that would be awesome. But I'd love to hear you guys' thoughts on this. These are just some of my thinking, some of my ideas. But if you guys want to just discuss in the comments, go for it. I'd love to hear what you think. But as always, I was the Wiggling Wolf, and I'll see you guys in the next one.